Hello and welcome to another video where I'm looking at my 1970s stuff. Now in this video I'm looking at the Corgi Junior Space Shuttle, the Moonraker Space Shuttle, and also the larger Moonraker Shuttle as well. Let me deal with that one first, so I'm just going to put the smaller one to the side for the moment. So Moonraker was the James Bond film that came out in the late 70s, and I do remember going to the cinema to see that. I remember going a couple of times actually, because really I like the space scenes and I like the shuttle. At the time the shuttle hadn't launched. The shuttle I think launched in 1981 with I think Bob Crippen as the captain, and I do remember watching that in school. But when Moonraker came out in the late 70s, which may have been 78, 79, I can't remember, but it was certainly before the actual shuttle launched, there was a lot of hype around the shuttle, and it was such a cool looking spacecraft, and it's a shame they haven't got it today really, but it was such a cool looking spacecraft that when I saw this I just had to get one. And yeah, this is the larger one that they produced, which does have opening cargo bay doors, and inside, which I've still got, is the satellite that you could prise the little solar panels out, and there we go, there's our satellite in space. So that was the larger one, and also underneath it had some wheels that would pop out, and we could sort of just run that along. So it's quite a nice looking model, quite authentic I think to the Moonraker shuttles that were in the film. So it has Moonraker on the side, I think it's got the was it Drax, the Drax logo, and obviously this is shuttle number 6. So underneath it doesn't actually mention Moonraker at all underneath or anything else. It just says Corgi Space Shuttle and made in Great Britain on the bottom there as well, but obviously it's got the Moonraker sticker on the side. So that was the larger one that they produced, and they also produced the Corgi Juniors model, which true to the Corgi Junior range was a little bit smaller. So this one didn't have Moonraker on it. It did have the number 6 and the little logo there. So let me just move this one out of the way. It also had the wheels that pop down at the bottom with a little switch. So there we are. Although they don't go round, they're just solid plastic wheels. And underneath it just says, can't quite see that, but it says Space Shuttle there, and then Corgi, and then made in Great Britain. So again, it doesn't sort of mention James Bond or Moonraker or the producers, was it Cubby Broccoli or anyone like that under license, but I'm sure it was. This one does have opening cargo doors as well, but there's nothing that comes out inside. It's just got a little bit of gold plastic in there that shows you some sort of instrumentation. So quite a nice little model, this one. I think I did have 2 of these for some reason. I think I got one with my pocket money, and then I think maybe I got one as a pack. They used to sell this in packs with some of the other toys, and I know they did, and I mentioned this in a previous video, that they did sell this with the Blake 7 Liberator, the blue one, or they called it Starship Liberator. But I think here, you know, you could, for some reason, if these are the packs, you could buy this with an ambulance, which I'm not quite sure if that was, but they're showing that one there. And as I say, they do have it somewhere else in here as well. I think towards the back I remember seeing it in here. Oh no, well there it is again with, yeah, James Bond Space Shuttle and Drax helicopter. So they sold it in the pack with the helicopter, and yeah, I do remember seeing it in a pack with the Blake 7, well not the Blake 7 actually, it just says Starship Liberator. So I do remember seeing those together. But yeah, I think they were quite nice. Both of them. I obviously preferred the bigger one, and I do also remember that with the space shuttles they did produce a larger, I think the same size as the large one here, a larger space shuttle, but it wasn't anything to do with James Bond or Moonraker. It was the NASA space shuttles, and there's a picture of it here just next to the Blake 7 starfighter. But this one here, yeah, NASA space shuttle, this was catalogue number C648 NASA Space Shuttle, and it says retractable undercarriage, opening hatches, and space satellite with unfolding wings or solar panels. So to all intents and purposes it was probably the exact same as this, just with a couple of different stickers on the end. There we are. But yeah, quite a nice couple of little models there that I found. So let me know if you had these, if you had the other NASA Space Shuttle, and was it any different to the larger Moonraker one. But hopefully you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button and also subscribe, and I'll be uploading more of my 1970s stuff a little bit later on. So thanks again.